Thank you for being here in my YouTube channel. Today's physics class we are going to see a topic known as Archimedes. Archimedes, the Greek mathematician, discovered the principle of buoyant forces while sitting in his bathtub. Let's firstly see what buoyancy force is all about before going over to what Archimedes discovered. Buoyancy, or upthrust, is an upward force exerted by a fluid that opposes the weight of a partially or fully immersed object. This is a partial immersed case. So in this diagram you can see that an object of weight is partially immersed in a fluid and upward force is being acted on the object. Always know that the upward force is the upthrust or buoyant force. Back to Archimedes discovering at his bathtub. He discovered 1. That the upward buoyant force on a submerged body was equal to the mass of the displaced liquid. 2. The displaced volume is equal to the volume of the body submerged in the liquid. Immediately after the discovering, Archimedes runs naked in the city and propounded a law known as Archimedes' principle. And it states that the upward buoyant force that is exerted on a body immersed in a fluid, whether fully or partially, is equal to the weight of the fluid that the body displaces. Now, let's split the law for more understanding. Archimedes' principle states that the upward buoyant force that is exerted on a body immersed in a fluid, whether fully or partially. With this simple experiment we can see that there is a force acting upward in the direction of the arrow which is called upthrust or buoyant. The force also acts when the body is fully immersed. The upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of the fluid that the body displaces. Here, the body displaces a fluid which is equal to the weight of body immersed. I hope with this simple experiment the Archimedes principle is now clear to you. And by joining it, Archimedes' principle states that the upward buoyant force that is exerted on a body immersed in a fluid, whether fully or partially, is equal to the weight of the fluid that the body displaces. Law of floatation. The law of floatation states that the floating object displaces the amount of liquid that has a weight equal to the weight of an object. Therefore, while floating, the weight of the floating body equals weight of the liquid displaced by its immersed part. Always know that when the weight of the body is less than the upthrust, then the body will float partially immersed. If the weight of the object is greater than the upthrust, the object will sink. A floating ship is balanced by the weight and upthrust on it. Upthrust force of the water causes shrinking of weight of an object. Shrinking bring about reduction in amount or sizes of an object. Here the weight in air is 10 while the upthrust of the water makes it to be reduced to 7 when immersed in the water. A ship is refilled with sand and water after they have been emptied of their cargo as to restore equilibrium for stability, because when the ship is offloaded the upthrust becomes greater than the weight of the ship. Sometimes only water can do the work. This is all for the lesson 1, and also do watch the lesson 2 and 3 of this topic. Please subscribe and click the like button. Thanks for watching.